Good morning, children. How are you? Hope you are doing good. Today, I am going to start new chapter, A Trip to Bhopal. This is chapter 3 for class 4. You know, in mathematics, fundamental operations are very important as we are using them everywhere. The four fundamental operations addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division all we are using in every chapter. You are familiar with addition and subtraction. Just I want to revise once multiplication and division. Let us see the multiplication of 47 with 9. So, first write the numbers in the place value chart. Next, multiply the digit in ones place with the multiplier 9. That is 7 into 9, which we will get 63. Now, regroup 63 ones as 6 tens plus 3 ones. Carry 6 tens to tens column and write 3 ones in the ones column. After multiplying that, now multiply the digit in tens place, which is 4, with 9. 4 into 9 we will get 36. So, 36 tens are added to 6 tens which are carried forwarded. Now 36 plus 6 is 42 tens we have. Now regroup 42 tens as 400 plus 2 tens. Write 2 tens in tens place. At last write 4 in 100 column. Now the answer is 423. Now let us see the division problem using the steps. 56 divided by 2. Here we are using division brackets to show division. Step 1 is to compare the digits. We compare the leftmost digit of the dividend with the divisor. Here the leftmost digit is the digit in tens place, that is 5. 5 is greater than 2. Therefore, we can divide 5 by 2. Next, step 2 is doing the division. Here, as the divisor is 2, we use the multiplication table of 2's to find a product which is equal to or less than and nearest to the digit of dividend, that is 5. So, the nearest product is 4. Hence, we write 2 in right side bracket of 56. Step 3. Step 3 is to multiply 2 by 2. As we know, 2 into 2 equals to 4. We write the number 4 in the tens column under 5. Step 4 is to subtract 4 from 5, which is equal to 1. We write this 1 in tens column. Step 5 is to bring down the next digit, that is 6. After bringing down the digit, we repeat steps 1 to 5 again till there are no more digits to bring down. Next, bring down the next digit 6. Then here we are getting 16. Next, see the multiplication table of 2 where we are getting 16. 2 8s are 16. So that 8 we can write in the right side bracket. 16 we can write down of 16 and subtract. 16 minus 16 we will get 0. Here this 0 is said to be remainder. Now let us see the division of numbers ending by zeros. Consider a number 12,000. Now divide 12,000 by 10. Can you tell me the quotient when this number is divided by 10? Once look at the divisor 10. How many zeros we have? It has 1 0. So let us remove 1 0 from 12,000. Then we get 1200. This is the quotient. Let us now take the same number 12,000 and divide it by 100. We apply the same method. Once observe the divisor. How many zeros it has? It has 2 zeros. So let us remove 2 zeros from 12,000. There we get 120. In the same way, we can also divide 12,000 by 1000. In divisor, we have 3 zeros. So cancel 3 zeros from 12,000. There we will get 12. Remember children, we can use this method only when the divisor is 10, 100 and 1000. School picnic. A day out which every student loves. Almost every good school plans a picnic trip for their students once in a year. This way, the students feel relaxed and study with more concentration. Like that, a school was planning to take their children to picnic. On the picnic day, children are very excited and they are discussing about their picnic. Let us see what they are discussing. Today, Sugandha is very excited. All the children of her school are going on a trip to Bhopal with their teachers. Miss Meenakshi and Mr. Rakesh are talking about the number of buses needed. Meenakshi and Rakesh are discussing about the buses. Meenakshi said that we will need 4 buses. Rakesh said, I think we need at least 5. Meenakshi said that each bus has 50 seats. Then Rakesh said, first let us see how many children are going. Then they made a chart that class wise and children wise. Meenakshi and Rakesh made a chart like this: class and number of children. There is class 1 33 children, class 2 32 children, class 3 42, class 4 50 children, class 5 53 children. So they have to calculate first how many children are going to picnic. So there are a total of dash children going. So for that what we have to do? We have to add number of children of 5 classes. That means 33 plus 32 plus 42 plus 50 plus 53. So while adding, we will get here 210 children. So number of children going to trip is 210. So meanwhile, Meenakshi is thinking herself like this: do we need 4 buses? One bus can take 50 children. So 4 buses can take how many children? 50 into 4. So she is calculating in her mind. So 50 into 4 equals to 200 children. Now, if they get 4 buses, how many children will get seats? The total number of seats in 4 buses first we have to calculate. Number of buses into number of seats in one bus. How many buses we have? 4. Number of seats in each bus? 50. So 4 into 50? 200. So 200 children will get seats if they get 4 buses. That means Meenakshi guess is correct. Suddenly they got a doubt. Will there be any children left without seats? Let us check. So total number of students equals to 210. Number of students who got seats equals to 200. Then to find how many children left, we have to do subtraction. So while doing subtraction, 0 minus 0, we will get 0. 1 minus 0, 1. 2 minus 2, 0. So total how many students left without seats? 10 students. So then there some children are talking like this. For just a few children, we cannot get another bus. Then they are thinking that we cannot get another bus, but we can share our seats. Waiting for buses. Children are waiting for the buses in line. Sahiba jumps out of the line suddenly to see if the buses are coming or not. She shouts loudly, "Hey, I can see them! Run, grab the window seats." Many children start jumping in excitement. But suddenly Meenakshi said, "Stop! What is this? These buses are so small." There is an argument between Meenakshi and bus drivers. She is asking them, "We told you to bring big buses. Why you brought small one?" Then they are replying that, "We did not have enough big buses, madam. So we got many buses." And they are saying that each minibus can take 35 students. Let us see how many buses we need. Each minibus can take 35 students. Then how many minibuses are needed to take 210 children? Total children we have 210. Children in one bus 35. So we need number of buses. Number of buses needed equals to total children divided by number of children in one bus. So 210 by 35. So now we have to check 35 table. In 35 table, where we will get 210? 35 6 jar 210. So required number of buses to take 210 children equals to 6. Some children are thinking like that. If one bus can carry 50 children, how many buses are needed for 350 children? So they are thinking like this. Total children 350. Number of children in one bus 50. Number of buses needed 7. Do you know how they did the problem? Let me explain. Let us see the problem once again. If one bus can carry 50 children, how many buses are needed for 350 children? Total children 350. Number of children in one bus 50. We need to find number of buses. Number of buses equals to total children by number of children in one bus. We know that total children is 350 divided by 50. Now how to calculate this division? Let us see. If we have 0 in numerator and denominator, we can cancel the zeros. So cancel the zeros here. Then we have here 35 by 5. So we know that clearly 5 into 7 equals to 35. So 5, how many times it will go in 35? 7 times. So that is equal to 7. So number of buses needed equals to 7. Now practice time. Children, you have some questions here. Try to answer them. A school is going to Delhi for a trip. The students of different classes will be going. Total strength of the school is 315. If they get 5 buses, how many children will get seats? So the next one, if one bus can carry 60 children, how many buses are needed for 480 children? If each mini bus can carry 40 children, how many buses are needed to take 320 children? The next question, if each mini bus can carry 25 children, how many buses are needed to take 825 children? Next one, if each mini bus can carry 30 children, how many buses are needed to carry 310 children? Will there be any children left without seats? Children, solve all these 5 problems. Children, I hope you understand the concept. We will meet again in the next session. Thank you for watching my video.